What's going on, everyone? Excited to be here. It is our September AMA. We're going to wait here a few more minutes for everyone to join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Got a lot of updates for everyone and some great announcements that we've been working on, and I'm going to verbally talk about those announcements today and give you a little bit of detail, but more will be publicly coming out soon. We've been very busy on the business development side on a lot of partnerships, so excited to talk to you about that today. Can everyone hear me okay? If you can, just make a quick comment in this Twitter Spaces, the comment section. Perfect. Okay, great, guys. We'll just give everyone a few more minutes. So if you guys want to just make some comments in the channel here about some questions that you have. I know there's a lot of questions around Veuit and Cuba and some other things that have come up there. I know I've been posting a lot about Veuit, so excited to finally share with you guys about that today. I'm currently with the founders of Veuit and Cuba. We are working on some business transactions that's going to significantly propel Mobie with user adoption strategies outside of the typical marketing strategies that we've talked about before. So we'll get into those details here in a bit, but go ahead and post some of your questions. I will do my best to get to those questions throughout the session. Trav will not be joining us today. He had something urgent come up last minute, and he will not be joining us, but I'm working on some special guests to come on, and hopefully I'm just trying to coordinate that based on timing and other things going on here. But great to be here, guys, and excited to get started here shortly. What's up, Mobie Drinker? What's up, Dave? What's up, Peter? What's up, Martin? Mobie Sage? What's up, Joseph? All right, guys, let's see. We got some comments here. What do we got? What's up, Peter? All right, guys, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So it's just going to be me today. Again, I'm waiting for some special guests to come on and talk more. As I mentioned, I am currently with the Veuit team. We are going to be officially announcing and doing a press release about the things I've been working on that. But first, before I talk about that, let me give you some quick updates on Mobie, where we're at, where we're going. And excited to share that with you. So, we had that big platform upgrade. We had a lot of the bugs. We are working through those as much as possible. I think we've identified and fixed most of them. There's still some Plaid issues because of Plaid's new OAuth protocol. So we're still working through those. So as soon as those are kind of completely figured out and fully up and running, we're going to start to onboard more users and start some of the marketing. We haven't done that because we just ran into some problems through the people that we have onboarded. Last month we did 1,576 new app installs with zero ad spend through the relationship with Trav and Flex Watches, which has been great. And but we still have noticed that there's still some friction and the process isn't where it needs to be. So we're not going to be spending money or doing the typical kind of way to market, which is like paid media, advertising, all that stuff. That's kind of we're gonna really push more on the paid media side of the marketing efforts through the last month of looking at the data, talking to our marketing advisors. We have a significant marketing team Josh Avon, who's on our board, he spends about $10 to $15 million a month on ad spend alone, just on Facebook. So he's a close friend of mine. And we've got some other people on board, Trav, and one of the guys that he brought on board to look at this as well. They did 20 million downloads from TikTok early on. So we understand a lot of the data. We also understand where our cost per acquisition is on the marketing side. So we have all that in place. Now that we have that from the test that we've been doing, we know exactly how we're going to go market, and I'll give you some updates on that here in a moment. But as far as the tech side, everything's going great. We are moving through some new UI and UX updates. We have hired a QC person for the front end, so the UI will look better. The shadowing, it's still not where it needs to be, but you'll see some new flows to streamline the process for the checkout process. And we've basically rebuilt and restructured the app. It'll look very similar, but the flows will be different. So we're excited to share that with you. And also the team is working on debit card integration. So basically you'll be able to use your debit card at checkout at our retail partners. And you'll also be able to use debit card to buy cryptocurrencies and buy NFTs on the entire Mobie network. So that's being integrated as well. So that we're expecting to have that pushed in the next couple of weeks. And a quick update on the KYB. It is the last piece that we need, and I'll explain why that's extremely significant for us. And we've been waiting for this, and I'll tell you why that's tied into Veuit, why that's tied into all the other business development partnerships that we have in place. It's really significant to get this last piece of that done. The good news is I was able to get on with the chief compliance officer of Wire. And I architected a framework that would work compliantly, that we can at least get 5, 10, 15, 20 merchant partners or partners like Veuit, which I'll tie together here in a moment, that will allow us to do this. This will give us the full functionality of the entire Mobie ecosystem, not just the Mobie app where it's workable now, but that'll allow for merchants to sign up and businesses to sign up. And that will then enable our payment gateway, which will allow for fiat and crypto transactions. We'll be able to build the Shopify site, application, check out with MobiePay, all that good stuff. So we'll be working on some stuff you'll be seeing coming out soon. But the last piece of that component is the KYB, know your business. And so once that's fixed and that's up and running, we just got an email from them yesterday saying the initial framework and flow and compliance flow that we sent them looks good. They just got to do one last double check with the board to making sure they're good, and then we're good to go. I don't know how long that's going to take from a dev standpoint, from an architectural standpoint. I don't see it taking that much, that long. But we are going to be putting a priority on this, and I'll tell you guys why. So that's kind of really, and here in a moment. So that's really what we're going on from the tech side. We're still working on updates or bug fixes. Obviously, that's going very. We're still moving through this. Some of those will be fixed through deployments and new app updates, and some will just be fixed on the back end. Again, Plaid has just been a nightmare with their new OAuth, which is they're forcing, like big companies like Wells Fargo are having issues, Venmo. So this is not a Mobie issue. That's more of an issue with just the tech stack. So once the debit credit card is integrated, it'll give us really the full functionality. We will then look at doing going international. We have that capability. We just haven't had that built yet. The priority for us, number one priority for us is KYB, because that will then allow us to really go full force, start marketing the app, start bringing on businesses that will then bring us users. So I don't know how many of people have looked at the deck or the original plan for Mobie. What we're doing is the team and I are going through right now, based on the data that we're getting, based on the functionality of the app, all the stuff from the marketing, everything, and we've had many meetings, brought on new strategic advisors to really, what is our messaging and what is our pitch to investors? Because Mobie's a Swiss Army knife. But if anyone knows anything about companies, investors don't like that. They want a niche that you can focus on, that you'll go after, and then, not talk about all the things that we can do, because Mobie can do so much. So this has been a challenge for us since the beginning. The good news is we cast a big net of what Mobie can do, and it's a solution that so many people need, guys. It's crazy, and I'll explain how it is, especially companies that are trying to build on Web3 technologies, obviously blockchain, anything around that space is very difficult around the payment, and everyone needs a payment application for this. Anything that's attached to a debit card or a credit card, there's so many intermediaries involved because we made our own payment gateway, which is strategically why we designed the app the way it is. In order for this fully to be working, the full concept to be working, KYB has to be done, and then our payment gateway is already built, and then we can start onboarding a significant amount of users, and that's been the plan since day one. So with that being said, we are doing what's called a B to B to C strategy. So that's business to consumer. Our goal since day one, we can go and start marketing our app and doing it like crypto.com does, and just going and trying to, compete against the Coinbases in the marketing world, the digital ad space, because it can get really expensive, especially early on. We want to make sure that we're getting our cost per acquisition for that user. We want to get it to as low as possible. So the best idea is to partner with companies like Veuit and other ones that we have agreements already in place that I won't announce yet. But you guys are going to see some stuff very, very soon. As soon as KYB is up and it's fully run and tested, then we're gonna open the floodgates to the partnerships and relationships that we have. So what is good about this is that we are providing a solution to companies like Veuit, and I'll explain the relationship here. And then they're going to we make revenue from a company perspective, which is most important. Investors want to see revenue. We make revenue on the transaction fee, where we charge 1, to 3%, depending on, how high risk this is. And then they bring us users. So we have that's the strategy. It's been since day one as our go-to-market strategy. Obviously, we're going to still do marketing. Obviously, we're going to do all that stuff, which is really important for the Mobie network side. But really, user acquisition is the mainstream user, how they need it. They need our platform and our technology stack in order to transact. So you guys can go to, I'll talk a little bit about Veuit and the relationship there. I've been spending a lot of time with the founders of Veuit, who's personal friends with the biggest A-listers. I'm not going to tell you who we've been in contact with or had meetings over the last week. I think you've seen a post with one of them. But they're highly connected. Lars Callahan is one of he's a prolific writer and director. Full House Junkies. If everybody watches, he's good friends with Christopher Walken. A lot of these different things. Now, Veuit, they built this platform. So go to Veuit.com, Beuit.com. Check it out. There's three-time Academy Award-winning partner. His name is Jonathan Sanger. 21 nominations. They did Mission Impossible. Great platform. But what Veuit does is they make original content, but they also have a streaming and social platform that allows for creators to have their own channel. Like, so for instance, Cuba Gooding Jr.TV. So it's no longer posting on YouTube and not monetizing their content. They will own their own channel, which is built on Web3 technologies. They'll be able to do subscriptions. So if they want exclusive content, if Cuba want to do something, they can charge, $4.99, $3.99, $2.99 a month to subscribe to their channels. People can have concerts. Musicians can do live. It's endless. So Veuit has spent about $36 million of their own money building this platform. Similar to Mobie, they've been building for about six and a half years. Mobie's been building for almost 3 or over 3 now. And so, and the idea is that then these creators will then come onto the platform. It's similar to OnlyFans, but without the porn. We'll never be doing anything around that whatsoever on the Mobie side, and neither will they. But basically, a lot of these big artists will come onto the Veuit platform because not only will they own their own content, they'll own the customer data. So right now, when they post something on YouTube, they don't know who their customer is. It's horrible. They're not monetizing it, and no one's really they're not paying this. This could potentially be a Netflix and YouTube killer. They have a significant amount of people around them at a very high level. They're doing a really big raise right now. So what they, in order for them to launch, they needed a payment solution, and that payment solution is now Mobie. So let me tell you how significant this is. Right now, they have a contract, not even just with creators. I'll get into creators. Right now, they have a contract for 1.3 million small, medium-sized businesses that need to move their current website onto a Web3 website that's powered by Veuit. So Veuit is just the backbone. They're the engine. They're more like Microsoft than Netflix. It comes with a suite of things that a business or a network would want to be utilizing. So, for instance, out of this 1.3 million small and medium-sized merchants that come on the platform, they have to pay $199 a month, right? So let's just say they convert 8% of that. That's 100,000 merchants for Mobie businesses, and that's why it's so important for us to get the KYB set up. And what we've been focused on, and we're stalling out a little bit to fix the bugs, get it where it needs to be, and get KYB up. Because now Veuit would then be forcing every single one of their creators and businesses to open up a Mobie merchant account. That's huge, guys. And we're exclusive. The deal that we have in place, we're exclusive to Veuit and the entire platform. Now, that's on the business side. Right now, for the people they have under contract, collectively, their fan base is about 300 million users. 300. That's pre-launch. That's not even. They're already starting to do some betas with some of these big people. They got a deal done with Rob Pryor, world-renowned artist that did all the he did live art for the NFL draft. Check him out, Rob Pryor. We met with him last week in LA. But anyways, they have about 300 million people, or the network or whatever you want to call fan base of the people already signed. Now, here's why that's significant. So now we get the merchant account. So every big creator, every big artist, every big celebrity will be forced to have a Mobie merchant account when they sign up for Veuit. And they will be forcing all of their users to download Mobie in order to pay on the platform. So they're forcing adoption for merchants and users for Mobie. So let's just say out of that 300 million, again, these are all hypothetical numbers. They haven't all, it's not live yet, but these are the real numbers. And I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. And, just to be very clear about that. So now imagine that 300 million users, 1%, they convert 1% to use the Veuit platform and download Mobie. That's 3 million users. And they have to transact on the platform. So the $199 it charges per month for the creators, we make a percentage of that transaction. Every time they buy a show or they buy an original TV series for $2.99, we get a piece of that action, which is absolutely incredible. So not only do we get transactions, we look to get every single major player that has that's a creator, whether they're or a business, it doesn't really matter. They'll have their own channel. So there'll be some stuff coming out. We're doing a big press release around this, and then we'll be doing the other subsequent press releases after that to show you all the other partners. So why this is also extremely good for Mobie is that not only will Veuit, but everything will be checkout with Mobie. So it all will be MobiePay. It will all be they have to use, there's no debit cards or none of that stuff. It'll all be MobiePay. So they'll be forced to do that. But then it's also forcing these relationships with Mobie, like with the Rob Pryors. There's some other ones we'll be announcing as well. So we're going to get a lot of exposure to automatically with big influencers that are already going to be, Mobie is going to be all over the website. It'll just be just like Shop Pay on Shopify. It'll be just sorry, I had a call coming in. I'm on my phone because I'm traveling with everyone now. So that's where it is, guys. It's a huge opportunity for Mobie. There's some other things that they're working on. They're working on original content around very specific niche markets. So they have a show called Trillions, which is about crypto. They got a show called The Count. That's about sports betting and gambling. They got a show about gamers around games. So they know exactly what their niche market, and Mobie is, from our discussions, Mobie will be integrated in these actual TV series that are being produced by Academy and Emmy award winning teams. So it's significant, guys. We're there. This is where the focus has been for me, because this now allows us to go to market quickly, get exposure, get merchants, get users, and they need us. They cannot launch unless Mobie is integrated with the platform. So this is where the focus has been. And this is where we'll continue to be. So we're going to continue to do some the normal marketing strategies, around this. But the press releases that you'll be coming out will start to happen after KYB is fully set up, and then then all that process will then start to begin. So that's what we've been working on. I've been spending a lot of time with the founding team. As I mentioned, I'm here in Florida with them now, traveling, and so. I can, if there's any questions, I will. I can answer them here. But that's a quick update. I just wanted to make sure everyone understood what we're doing. It's a huge win for us, guys. So I wish I could see and talk to everyone here. Let me see if there's any comments. Do we have any other comments, guys? All right. Well, I don't see anything coming through. Let me check on the. Let me just check on Telegram. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, there's more. I'm not. I'm trying. I have very close relationships with a lot of very important people, and we're working extremely hard in the background. I know it's been delayed. Things have been delayed. There's a million reasons why, but I can tell you, we're not going to be slow to market. We have something that no one else has. Not just Veuit, but there's so many other companies that we're talking to that needs one or all of our infrastructure parts of it, and we provide a solution for them. We have a big one in the gaming space that we're going to be talking about and announcing soon. We have a bunch of others in the pipeline, but we're not going to go the direct to consumer right away. We're going to do this B2B2C strategy and let them bring active users to us. That way, we're making revenue. We're not paying for user acquisitions, and we're getting a lot of it, and it's forcing adoption from Mobie. So it's taken me a long time to put this deal together, but it will be significant. There will be a lot of stuff. The show Trillions that they're working and raising money for now. It's about the world's first trillionaire, and it comes through crypto. So we'll be working on sponsorships, and how they're doing this platform is absolutely amazing. It's a 30 million. Sorry, it's not 30 million. The episodes are around $3 to $5 million a piece, and then through rebates and some other stuff that they're doing there, it actually offsets a lot of the hard costs. But the biggest leveraging tool that we're going to get through these shows is brand activations inside of the content, so it's written in. So if anyone's ever seen the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, how FedEx played a big part of that, is an example. Also, these guys, this Mars and his team, and Jonathan Sanger, the ones that worked with Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, BMW paid them $40 million to have that car in the movie. So similar to that, we're going to be going after, and I'm actually, and I won't get into that. Never mind. I won't say that here. But we're going to be working on getting sponsors from the Coinbases of the world, from different blockchains that want to be integrated in the storyline of the actual show. And then obviously Mobie it looks like Mobie will be as well. Again, we're still working on the final details and making sure that all the stuff is fully inked. But we're here now. Have a personal relationship with these guys. We have the solution. We're going to get a lot of exposure. We hope to get a lot of exposure once Trillions and once these other anything crypto related. Mobie looks like Mobie will be a part of that. And so we're excited about this, guys. This is a huge opportunity for us. and it allows us to focus on just getting this solution and then duplicating this for other companies, other businesses, network marketing companies, anything else that's trying to do Web3. This will be it. And yeah, we're really excited, guys. Is there any last questions before I hang up? They're in a meeting right now, so I was trying to get them to come on the AMA last minute, but it doesn't look like any of them will be able to join right now. But I will work on scheduling them for next month. That way we can answer any questions. And I'm looking at possibly doing a Zoom next month so we can have the inline questions like before, because I like that a little bit better. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. If there's any other questions, feel free to send them in the Telegram channel. I'll do my best to answer them if I can. But we're just waiting for the KYB to start and get that all figured out. So as soon as I have some definite things, I will be announcing, and nothing before then. So I don't want to put a day on that because we're still waiting to hear back from the Wire team on the compliance side. But other than that, everything's moving along just as planned. A little bit of delayed, but there's a lot of good news and a lot of stuff coming in the pipe. So excited to really start to share with the world what we've been doing. And so I hope everyone's doing great. And we'll see you guys next month. And again, just send any messages you have. If you guys have any support tickets, anything that's outstanding, we've been a little light on our support staff. There was something that happened with one of our support gals, so we have some people just trying to pick up the slack. So that will get fixed here as well. If there's any other issues, we'll be sure to address them as soon as we can. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you for watching to the end of the video. Please subscribe to MobieSage TV, slap that like button, drop a comment below, and share the video. You can also follow me on Twitter at MobieSage, join the MobieSage Lounge in Telegram, watch the playlist, or check out the next video, or enjoy this MobieSage classic.